Okay. Yeah. Can I see my screen okay?
Yep.
Excellent.
Get started. I may have to dodge away sometime during the afternoon. I'm kind of watching for a maintenance guy next door that might be coming, but so if I disappear, that's where I'm at.
All right, well, let's do Ellen and Wendell, and then we'll get.
Okay.
That'll make it easier. All right. Because Ellen's got to get out of here in about an hour or two. So.
Okay.
All righty.
Oh, neat.
Oh.
Okay, so maybe we should look at this one after we see the bottom one, Sandy. It'd probably be a better idea to do that. We could look at the bottom one first.
Wow.
Whoa. That's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. So this is the Calgary Stampede. This is the last night of the Calgary Stampede. And of course, every night they do these fireworks. So I kind of dragged myself out and got myself set up to take this shot. And I had a 14 millimeter wide angle, 14 to 30 millimeter wide angle lens on it, an Nikon lens. And I got well, you see what I got there, but because it was a wide angle, it was quite distorted. And I had to go into Photoshop and use that skewing technique, Sandy, to pull out the buildings or the downtown area and try and straighten it up a little bit. So
you did a good job.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was pretty happy with that. However, so I mean, I'm happy with the whole image, obviously, but if we go back to that previous one, the first one, this is my cell phone that took this shot.
No.
And there's no modification to this whatsoever. And look at how vertical these buildings are. And it's a wider angle lens. So my question is, if anybody can answer this, why is it that you have to correct it on a high-end lens and camera, and you don't have to fix it on a cell phone?
Well, I think some of it has to do with how vertical you are to your subject. You know, if you're perfectly.
This is
you're not going to get as much.
Exactly the same spot. It's the same spot and everything. So
yeah. But if you angled your camera up or down a little bit,
that would make a difference.
It would definitely distort.
I definitely angled it up a little bit.
Yeah,
because I needed to capture more
sky. Yeah,
more of the fireworks.
Yeah, and it also looks like it's not as wide. No, not nearly as wide. Let's see here. Yeah, it's quite a bit wider. So yeah, you're going to get distortion. So yeah, looks like you're holding your highlights a lot better than your phone.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm really pleased with that cell phone shot. I just can't believe how well that came out, and it's handheld. It's.
Oh yeah,
I've rested it on top of the tripod, but it's still, being holding it. So
yeah, they are very good in low light. How well they've come along and can handle noise reduction and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you shoot this at 16:9?
Sorry?
Did you change the ratio from 4:3 to 16:9?
Whatever's on my phone, I didn't change anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a wide angle lens on the phone.
Does your phone shoot in RAW?
It can do, not in this particular mode. It's not, and it's standard setting, which is a one-time size or whatever, one size. It'll shoot in RAW. Yeah.
If you shoot in RAW, then you'll have a lot more data to play with, especially in your highlights and shadows. Yeah.
Anyway, that's why I wanted to bring this one in, just to discuss the fact of the distortion on the wide angle.
And the foreground is so neat with all the reflections in this one. I didn't notice that in the other one.
Yeah, well, like Sandy noticed, I've pointed it more up to the sky in the last one.
Oh, okay.
capture the fireworks.
Fireworks. What was your aperture and your shutter speed in the one with the fireworks?
It was I think it was f14.
Okay.
It was a 6-second shot.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
A fabulous effect. I really,
Yeah.
really like it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, obviously.
Yeah, I would be.
So,
Okay. Yeah, you can see the tent here is almost the bottom, or
yeah.
Shot, you've got quite a bit for it. So
Yeah.
I like the reflections in the water there.
Yeah, I did.
yeah, especially here.
Okay, so I have to, so it's a case of how vertical that lens is to the horizontal. Sorry.
Yeah.
How horizontal the lens is. Basically.
Yeah, as soon as you start tipping up, unless you have a tilt shift lens, it's going to distort pretty quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. I did not think of that at the time.
Yeah. But you've got tools to straighten it out, so
Yeah.
so be it. Okay. See these little guys. Wow.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, just I walk in the park and I find these little guys feeding. So I actually thought this was I actually originally thought this was a parent feeding a chick. And apparently these waxwings do this to adults as well. So they continually, or they do this throughout the year. They can feed each other. So it's not necessarily a chick.
The cardinals do that too, I've noticed.
Really?
Yeah, to full adults. Yeah, male, female. Yeah.
So
very nice.
Somebody said that some of them have seen them pass a berry to multiple times down the line.
Yeah. What do you think about maybe, whoops, must have hit something there. Maybe blurring this out just a little bit so it recedes a bit.
A little bit too sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just still a little too sharp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
All light.
Oh, how gorgeous.
Neat.
Oh, thanks.
Looks like you placed him there. He dropped out of the sky.
Yeah, we went out on a little road trip down in southern Alberta, and a lot of the canola fields are blooming. And we saw these 5 bucks running around in a field adjacent to this. And they were running around, and then they decided to go towards the canola field. So we managed to follow them into this canola field. There was 5 of them. But yeah, this is the best shot that I had, I think.
It's just kind of wading through them.
I always want, these are pretty big animals actually. So you can see how high this canola is. It's pretty high.
Yeah. Wow. How big is this field?
The field?
With the canolas.
How big is the field?
Yeah.
It's gigantic.
And they're everywhere. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow. That might be a shot just to keep for backgrounds or playing around. Or by itself. Yeah. Maybe with a little horizon on it. Just to show how massive it is.
I've got, I have other photos that you could, but yeah, I'll maybe bring them in next time.
Yeah, that's right, because you had to travel for this one. Very fun. I love that.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a kind of classic shot. I like it.
Then I like how it looks like his nose is wet, and the velvet on the horns is just such a great texture.
Yes, we got lucky that they jumped into the field, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It wasn't those oats that you had brought.
Oh, this is quite far away, actually. This is 600 lines, so
I wonder if you can just maybe lighten its eye up just a hair, or maybe put a little highlight in it.
Yeah, I could maybe do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks a little deep. Very nice.
Good, thanks.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's what's like here last week.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit later in the day and the way back, and irrigating the crops, and sun was behind the water, so it just lent itself for this kind of shot. I made it black and white because I thought it was a little bit more dramatic.
Yeah.
And ironically, the bit that I like most about it, to be honest with you, is the fence at the bottom. You see the fence kind of drifting off to the left, or dipping down.
Yeah, looks nice.
Really lovely. What were your settings on that one? Do you remember?
I would have to. I'm guessing a little bit, but probably be an F11 and about 120th or something.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it's fairly bright sunshine behind it. So.
Just a hair more of the fence detail here.
Yeah.
Just to
carry. I had a look at that. It's really, there's nothing there. It's
okay.
It just disappeared.
I like the geometric shapes. Oh, I was a geometry teacher, but I like the shapes, and then so you've got the triangle, and then the straight things, and then the fence angled away from the top angle, going into a downward angle clouds. So I love the composition and what all the shapes and angles. It's very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, the water coming out the bottom sprayers has a neat effect on it as well, right? Yeah, pretty happy with it. I might print this one actually.
Yeah, I wonder if we could just clone this over and just to cheat it in.
Clone it over a wee bit, do you think?
Yeah, let's just take a quick peek. But I just add a layer, we'll clone it on the layer, and we'll have more control.
There's a bit of light that I really don't like. It's above that fence post. Actually, I just noticed it. It's kind of going up the top of the fence post, the main fence post. I don't know what that is, to be honest with you, but
The shelter.
Doesn't look right. So
Sunlight is hitting it.
Yeah. Let's see here if I can current and below. I should be able to get that. Okay. Make sure it's up on 100%. Yeah. And then just take one more zoom over here. And then what I would do is just on this layer, just mask off where the overpaint is. And so go with the brush. Go down a little bit. Just so you get a little hint of it in there.
right.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you can do it that way. I'm gonna get rid of this. It probably could just
clean that off a bit, yeah.
fall over something like that. And just kind of all on the mask. Here we go. Make sure you're on the main one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could even here.
What were you using the spot eraser? Or?
No, I'm using a cloning tool.
Oh, just even for that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's good.
Yeah, here's the layer.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I just actually noticed it when we brought the image up. So.
Yeah. So that's for that. I don't know why that keeps coming up. Okay. Let's get back to your images. There we go.
Good. Thanks, Sandy.
Yeah, sure. Oh, this is beautiful. Is that aspen or birch?
I think it's birch. Yeah. And again, this is from my same day outing. It was really a great day.
Wow.
And believe it or not, we came across this little cabin. This is at sundown. Came across this little cabin. We had about 2 minutes to photograph this, and then all that light was gone.
Oh,
Really?
Minutes it was gone.
Yeah, it's nice when you catch it.
Just lucky to. Now I did this. Looked at this image in black and white, Wendell. You'd probably like this in black and white. It's actually really cool in black and white. But
yeah, imagine so.
Yeah. It's it's kind of nice color too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I keep going up here. Maybe just tone this one down a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe just to, something like that, a little brighter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. These work because it looks like it's brighter coming across here, but the dappling of the sun is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the last minutes of sunshine on there.
Yeah.
It's great. Get that nice warm light. Excellent. Well, thank you.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very nice.
Thank you.
Hide this. Yeah, there's no one to hide. Just put this in front of it. Let's go to window then.
Okay, this is a bunch of pictures I dug out of the archives, travel related. This was quite a few years ago up Canyon de Chelly, the Spider Rock, I believe it's called.
Oh.
Yep, the Pinnacle. And it was just taken with my little point and shoot, which I had at the time, but I did work on it, trying to get a little more saturation and color into it, which I worked somewhat, but as you can see, it's pretty much midday lighting, so didn't get any nice warm colors. But anyway, about the best view I could get that showed that rock spire. And this was after one of the tours we took down through the bottom of the canyon, just driving around the rim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You do the tour at the bottom?
Yes, we did. Yeah, in fact, there's an upcoming picture from that part.
Oh, from the mesa there.
Yeah, but anyway, this is just done in Photoshop. I did replace the sky. It's pretty close to what was there originally. It's just a nicer color.
Yeah, I like the way things fall back kind of into the mist.
Yeah, I didn't use dehaze on it because I kind of like the obscuring.
I think it looks nicely. I wonder if maybe I ought to add a little clarity or something to this to bring it forward.
I did try boosting that up, and I maybe got it as far as it would go. I think it is just the fact there was a small JPEG, relatively small JPEG image to start with, probably, and limited how much I could get out of it. And I tried to do something with the green here, but I couldn't get it to look much better. It looks kind of sickly. So
Yeah, quite a place, eh?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
I did the tour in the bottom as well, but I did not drive around the rim. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what we did afterwards.
Yeah, I've done the rim, but not the bottom. I've got to get back and do that one of these days. It's just,
Yeah, there were other photographers up there. There was somebody with a big 8x10 camera set up.
oh, wow.
And,
Yeah.
well, as I say, this was probably 12 years ago.
Well, I'm still getting that weird thing going here. Oh, there it is. I guess you just have to move it. All right. I'm just wondering if we go through this a little bit. So we're gonna do a local with a brush and use auto mask so we can just paint this rock real quick. If it spills over, we can go back and erase it. And then I'm going to turn the auto mask off to get this middle because it's selecting different things here. This is a small one. Got a weird painting with that blue on there too. I don't know which is a brush and which is circle here. All right. So now I'm going to go to get my Option key and kind of take off some of this spillover here. Okay, that's good enough for government work. And let's see, let's just try clarity first. Maybe texture.
Oh yeah, maybe texture. I didn't do that.
And maybe a little sharpen. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might do it. It's just a feature. Yeah, it's not a lot, but it is. Yeah, it's helping out a bit, I think. Okay, and then let's turn this off. How do we get this off? Maybe go to something else and then come up to tools. That's how you do it. It's quite a different interface from Lightroom, just enough to keep you guessing, I guess. Let's see here. The color mixer, yeah. So we can maybe try and pump out the greens a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm finding. Sure, we find yellow. Yeah. Okay. Ah, it's surprising. Yeah, it's not giving you much there.
Yeah, that's
interesting. I guess there's one other thing we can try. We can go back here to mask and create a new mask and do it with color range. And then just try and pick the green. Let's see if we can find a decent green here. Yeah, maybe somewhere in here. Let's try this one. All right. So you see all the reds.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So now maybe we'll be able to. Yeah, that helps. You can add a little.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Then pump the saturation up. Yeah. There. Might be too much.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's this mask. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's before. That's after. And then I guess you could maybe darken it down a little bit.
Yeah, that might make it a little more intense. Okay. Yeah, so the color range thing, I had never used that. So
yeah, I've tried it a couple times. It comes in handy. Yeah. So it's got a little refine where I guess you could add more to it or less. Yeah, so we can even pump it up a little bit like that. So, yeah, so if we go back, so there's a before and after. It's not a big change, but I think it's enough to help out. And then you still got this nice fallback with the haze. Okay. Ah,
Okay, this is down in the canyon, the ruins. And I did play with this quite a bit to try to get more intensity in the color and the texture. And I think I used just about every slider there was to get it a little more texture up in the rocks, in the face of the rocks up above. And then I did take out kind of the center area. There was a big white painted swastika on the wall, which I guess was originally an Indian symbol, but
yeah, I think they flip it.
yeah.
They had it way before the bad guys did.
Yeah, right. Anyway, it looked too new. It wasn't weathered or anything, so like they'd repainted it or something.
Wow.
So I just took it out because it didn't seem to fit. And then the white areas on the face of the walls of the structure, I guess that's just maybe lime or something leaching out of the stone, creating that color, but I didn't do much with that because it was there originally and looked like it was natural.
Yeah. I wonder if they did some kind of wash.
Oh, yeah, like a whitewash.
Yeah. I don't know if they did that sort of thing or not.
Yeah.
You'd think not, because then they'd be sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. It'd be reverse camouflage.
Yeah, right. You could do the same thing I do with color range, but do it with luminance, and then just hit those whites.
Oh,
you could take those down a little bit, and it would just be those. I like this. It almost looks like a horse.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder maybe a little bit of vignette might help, or at least bring this foreground up so you get more into here. You know, you can ramp a couple ramps and darken the top and the bottom up so you get right here.
Didn't they call this the White House?
Can't remember.
Yeah.
It's to the left is rock, correct?
Yeah. This is,
you're looking from above.
Yeah, this is relatively low.
Let's see, a couple things. Okay, so if we go into our camera raw again, where you can do this in Lightroom, there we go. So let's do the gradients first. And maybe we'll do one down here. Not too long, and then we'll move it up so it falls off pretty quick. And let's see if maybe we can just try taking the blacks. Down just a little bit.
Andy, could you do me a favor?
Sure.
Could you stick the history up there someplace in the corner? It would help me follow more of what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll give you all the details of what we're doing camera on, but I'll put it up. We'll take a look. I've never tried that. Yeah.
The history?
Yeah, because it brings up its own window. See.
Oh, I see.
Let me just, no, it won't let me get there right now, but when we go back, let's see if it records it. Yeah, okay. That's a good idea. Okay, so now I'm going to add a new gradient, and we're going to just come to the top. Got to pick it first. Don't think you actually got to pick it. Okay, move this one down a bit, and the same thing. Just take it down just a hair. Maybe we'll highlight that. And maybe we can stretch this one out just a bit. Now, we don't want to darken this down. So what you can do is where it's just, you can add or subtract to the gradient.
Oh, yeah. So
you hit that and get a brush and make sure auto mask is on. It stays pretty close. It might not work so well. see it come up.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. So that pulls it back to
Pops it back out. Yeah.
Yeah. You can do the same thing up here if any of these stairs or, oh no, it's not going to work. You have to do that on another ramp. Anyway, so if you want to see what that looks like there, you can see how it's just wrapping around it. And the cool thing is, if you move this, that stays.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of neat.
It's very cool.
The erase will stay pinned, and then you can just move the other. Now you can move the this part by grabbing this little icon here, but if you don't, it'll just stay put while you're moving your brain.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so there's that. And then for the luminance, we can get another one, the luminance range. And let's just try and find a decent light here. Okay. And then you've got all these adjustments here. Just take this one and kind of trim it down. It's just got the lights here, and then the rest of them we can just erase. Okay. So we're going to do a subtract again and get a brush. I'll take a pretty big one. And I'm going to turn off auto mask. I'm just going to get rid of what I don't want.
Oh, okay.
Do. I suppose, let me undo that. I suppose I want that. Use it. Oh, that's a problem. When you do that, it just throws the brush away. You got to start over again.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, okay. So just keep that in mind. I've made that mistake before. All right. Let's just do this to start. We'll make the correction, then we can get rid of the other ones with a smaller brush. So let's see here. We're going to want to take highlights and white. Not too much. Maybe something like that. And now we can go back and adjust this range here. Maybe we want to spread it out a little bit or push it in. Yeah, somewhere about there. I think maybe we might not want to even get a little tighter. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So maybe we just deal with white. Yeah, get that out.
That's better, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what that's doing. Okay. Does it affect anything else we don't want? Yeah, on the steps here. So we can go to that brush and see here, show overlay. All right, we can see where it's over here and just get rid of it. Maybe over here too. There we go. Yeah. So that's how that works. Let's just hit OK and turn on history and see what it says. Yeah, it just says camera raw already. It doesn't record it. That's kind of what I figured it would do. So.
Now, Sandy, when I'm in camera raw and I want a gradient, I just hit the G key. Is it different from what you're doing?
No, I just didn't use a shortcut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm lazy. I want fast.
Yeah. I'm starting to lose storage in my brain. So I'll do the shortcuts I really want and the rest of my time.
I think that's contagious.
Yeah, I think it keeps reducing as we get older. Anyway.
Don't you wish you could defrag your brain?
Yeah. Yeah, so basically that's where it was. Here's where we are.
Makes a nice difference.
Yeah.
Before that, white was kind of like noise.
Yeah.
Subtle be effective, that's for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a little work, but
Mhm.
yeah, you can get it going. You know, that's weird. I guess it wants to. There we go. I gotta click Photoshop again. Hide. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, no, this is a totally different thing. These are, next three are scanned slides from a trip to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And I got a nice view of the bridge, but I wish I'd been in a position to get a little more of a slope on the roadway, just to give it a little more dynamic feel, I guess. But I do have one that does look kind of at a more oblique angle to the bridge, but there's a boat in the picture too, and so it ended up kind of a competition between the boat and the bridge as to what was the subject. So, so I stuck with this one. Anyway, very interesting location, and people I can sign up to hike up to the top of the bridge. We saw people up there clear on the top that walked up on the tour, but I didn't do that.
They give you a safety harness at least?
I think they do. I don't really remember whether they had much of a walkway or not, but I don't see any handrails up there.
No.
Anyway, that's a nice area in Sydney that we stayed near this.
Did you replace the sky?
This one, no, I don't think I did.
Nice sky.
Yeah, that worked out. So I did replace the sky on the last one of the group, but I think this one is just what I got. And it's not real sharp, I guess, because of the scanning a slide, even the 3200 DPI.
Yeah.
A bit soft.
Yeah, I guess you can put a sharpening a little bit. I don't know. Do you have the topaz sharpening and denoise?
No.
Okay,
no.
And I guess just use the sharpening and texture in Lightroom, and
yeah,
be careful on the sharpening. You wanna mask what you can out. Sharpening.
Because I think there would be some texture in those big column supports, probably like brick.
Yeah,
stone.
I think clarity and texture probably pulls up pretty good.
Yeah.
To get great peaks.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Again, we'll go to camera raw, and let's just do an overall window look. Sharpening in here? No, not yet. Optics. I don't do sharpening much in here.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, just for this. Yeah, that's starting to help. Now, I think this works the same way as Lightroom. If you hold the Option key down and use your masking, you can kind of limit it to the white areas of what you want to sharpen.
Oh, yeah.
So by holding the masking down, and then you can increase this even a little more. It's not affecting the sky and stuff and making it real grainy. And then you got detail, you can move just a little bit. See, let's go a little higher, maybe 200%, just to take a look here.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're
starting to little
bring it up. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe just back it off a little bit.
Yeah. So, yeah, this was just the sharpening itself that you.
Yeah, the detail. Of course, you get artifacts from the JPEG here.
Oh, yeah.
Where the darks and lights meet. So you may have to mask some of that off. So maybe I would do do a layer with this and then restore back the sky from the previous one, the mask.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically you just duplicate this before you sharpen it.
Mm-hmm.
And then do a mask. So let's do that real quick. All right, just because I'm sure Laurie's going to be confused about that. Maybe not. Let's see here. Cancel. Yes, I want to cancel. Okay, it's confusing. All right, so we're going to duplicate this layer. You can either drag it down or use Command J. That shortcut I know. Okay, so now we're going to take this one and we're going to pull it into Heron. We just kind of repeat ourselves here. Okay, so we're going to take the sharpening up somewhere around here. We're going to pull the Option key down with the masking and see where we want it. Pretty much like that. Okay. It will come up 200 years on. And yeah, that's all the out. That's before, that's after. Maybe just a little more. Let's take a look at some more detail. There you go. And that might be enough. Now we can also take a look at maybe doing a little bit of clarity in the basic. Okay. Yeah, it kind of ends a little punch overall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we got that.
Seems like the colors are a bit more crisp now too.
I'm gonna do the clarity second, because what I'm gonna do is fix the sky first, because that clarity in the sky is going to be different than the other one, the before. So basically now what we're going to do is just put a mask on here, which is this icon down here, Lori. Adds a mask, and on the mask, I'm going to turn the spot one off so you can see real quick. Now, anyway, there's a problem like this. Make sure that you have black and white here. You can hit this reset here and then reverse. So black should primary, it's black erases. You can see it's just going to go white right now because I turned it off. There's the underneath. Okay. All right. So basically, I'm just, although it looks like it was on the underneath too. I don't know that it's, just got to hold the shift key down and turn this on and off. Yeah, it looks like it's on the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not gaining anything.
It looks like
so it's there. You could have put the clarity. Yeah.
Part of the bridge.
Yeah, it's JPEG artifacts.
No, it looks like it's part of the bridge too.
I don't think so. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm seeing it here too. White.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it's white, but at the top, it's like pieces of metal up there. They're reflecting the light.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, you will need to duplicate it.
Can't do anything.
And then you just add the clarity before you save and get those colors where you want. You'll be good to go.
It's a lot sharper and it's not as foggy as it was before. Nice.
Yeah, that we can show. So let's just do. Just make 100%. You double click your little magnifier to get 100% if you want to get there quickly. So yeah, here's before, there's after. So yeah, it's quite a bit of difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. especially in the arch part of the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing it. All right.
Hmm.
This is along the Great Ocean Road between, let's see, Melbourne and Adelaide.
Mhm.
And 12 Apostles is the name of these
Oh,
outcroppings of rock sticking up out of the water. Quite a few interesting things along that section of road. This I had to play with a little bit just to get a little more color into the rock bases here. And it was a kind of a cloudy day, so it didn't have a lot of nice sunlight on it.
Yeah, I like the haze.
Yeah, that I definitely left in. A lot of that's probably water vapor.
Yeah,
Spray.
this stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. So Pam asked me to ask you if you saw the fairy penguins while you're there.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Yeah.
She's been there. I have not yet. It's on my list.
Yeah, what was it? Phillips Island, I believe, where we took a boat over at night and stood out there on these walkways and watched the penguins come in. It was a neat experience.
I bet.
looks like you took this shot from like a hang glider or a drone or something.
I can assure you I was not on a hang glider. I think it's probably just kind of a bay. I don't remember exactly. This was 2001 that I took this.
It's a neat effect. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it must have been just a part of the cliff came around and I was able to get out. I don't recall that we were on a bridge or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost looks like a drone shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, but I like the way it just fades back into the mist. It's great. Okay.
This is the final one. This is in Western Australia near Perth, the Pinnacles National Park, which I don't recall how this all came about, but it was a big layer of sand primarily, I guess, and they got holes in it and water came down and brought dissolved chemicals that were more permanent than the sand, which ended up blowing out or eroding away. So it left these little stone pillars all over the place.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah, it is. Now I did replace the sky in this one. It was, I think, just pure blue, probably.
Nice.
Anyway, these things are pretty tall. I'm guessing this is 12, 15 feet high, the nearest one.
Oh.
I like your composition on this one.
Well, yeah, I was working
too,
to kind of taper the sizes into the background.
Very nice.
I like these little guys back here too. They give me some depth.
Yeah, that shows that there's a lot more of them.
Oh, very nice.
Anyway.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
About tomorrow's class, I'm going to send you images, but I may or may not be there because we've got some contractors at the house. So try and make it. If I don't, just aim for next time. Okay.
Okay, we'll do.
Thanks.
Olive Green Valley. Huh?
Yeah. Our roof blew off.
Oh, yours blew off?
Yeah, most of it. We got it back on, but now we got other things to deal with. So.
My insurance company wants me to replace my roof.
I hope they want us to replace it because it's still leaking.
Oh, wow.
The storm yesterday gave us even more.
I had no leaks, but I had two roofers look at it and they said there was no problem with it. The insurance inspector says it needs to be replaced.
Oh, send them over our house. All right. Thanks.
Oh,
Jim,
great.
yeah.
Nice.
It's just a Mallard Duck that I took a picture of this week, and I used expressionism filter on it.
Yeah.
Nice detail in the wings and the
Yeah, they're kind of fluffy looking.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lori, I don't know if you're familiar with Topaz Studio, but that's one of the effects that you get from using that program. She's still here?
She's muted, I think.
Oh,
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, nice. Oh no, she's here. I see her. She's muted. All right. All right. There we go.
Me? Yeah, I was muted.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, Topaz Studio has this kind of a painterly effect that you can add. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if maybe just a slight vignette might really focus you in, because I'm noticing just kind of the same tones all around the background.
Right.
He's lighter, but just subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, very.
You can just see his feet, and you got all these dancing water droplets there. It's great. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, just not. I wish the neck was a little different on this one, but anyway, so it's just a blue heron shot.
Mhm.
There you go.
Nice shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you just ramp up the details on this, or?
I did ramp up the details quite a bit, and
Nice.
I brought the saturation up, took the background down, so, and then cropped it up. I had the whole bird, but I just cropped it up to the more interesting part.
Mm-hmm. I think I would take that white down just a little bit below his eye,
Okay.
just
Yeah.
a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because I want to see the eye. Yeah.
Yeah. I also would blur these guys out. I think they're kind of
Okay, blurring those out. Yeah.
yeah, something like this area. Yeah.
I had thought about just taking it and putting it on a black background, but I kind of like this environment a little, the swamp environment a little bit in there. So.
Yeah, no, I think the
More
environment looks
natural.
yeah, especially the way you've got all these different shapes going on. Maybe darken this just a hair too, so it doesn't.
Oh yeah, right. That looks
definitely
doesn't look good.
Knock these.
Okay, yeah, I can. No problem.
Yeah, I think you
Really nice.
I just cranked this one out before class. This is my third version and I'm still not happy with it. But shot this with the 600 right after I shot the bird there, and a few minutes later. And I did a bunch of stuff there, but I did a sky replacement, but I'm not real happy with the sky replacement. So I think I need to do another version.
Is this Montana?
No, this is Washington State. This is Mount Baker. It's a volcano nearby. And kind of compressed things down here with using the 600. So that's quite a ways away from this church. There were a couple buildings on the left there that I just removed because it was too cluttered.
I'd like to see a wee bit more color in that foreground there, Jim. I think.
Okay, yeah, I actually darkened the foreground a little bit, but yeah, a little more color. Okay,
I think so.
You've got Neo, right?
Yeah, I do.
All right, let's see if I can open it this way. No, I don't have to.
In fact, I did the sky in Neo, so it's where I got the sky.
That's right, yeah, sky replacement there. Okay, so I'm gonna hit edit and get out all these presets. Maybe just start with enhance and see what we can come up with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that helps out. And then the other thing you may want to do is just darken this down a little bit. So, but before we do that, let's take a look at some structure too. So now we're here. I'm not liking the highlights, so we're going to develop and take those down. Now I'm just watching the church on the hot side. I'm going to see what it's doing up here. If I don't like it, I'll mask it. I don't think I mind because my eye was going up here more before when it was really hot. I think that's okay overall.
Kind of balance is better now.
And then you can go into the black and whites, and if you want to put just a little more white in and take a little dark down, that'll give you a little more apparent contrast.
Hey guys, I'm going to have to call it a day. It was nice meeting you all.
Well,
All right, we'll see you next.
See you next time.
See you in a few weeks.
Okay,
All right.
thanks, Alan.
See you, Alan.
Hi, Ellen.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, so yeah, I think that helps me add that overall. Now you could mask it in, but you know. Now I'm going to close this and open it up again. All right, and I'm just going to look at this area down here and see what I want to do to darken. Maybe just there, and just take some of these highlights down. And then I'll go into masking. We can try a linear gradient, see if that works. Yeah. So maybe we can make it even just a little darker. There you go.
Nice.
One thought I'm having too is that kind of that intermediate range in front of the volcano there. I'm thinking maybe to put some contrast into that area. I'm wondering how that would look.
Yeah, you can do the same thing again. So we'll shut this develop down and open it again, which gives you a new one. And we're just going to look at that area, and we'll start with smart contrast. Okay. And then we'll go into masking, and with a brush, we'll just paint that in. So it'll just kind of come along here.
Yeah, the other thought I had, I shot this in the afternoon, and you know, it was hot, and I thought if I shot this in the morning, when the air was cooler, there'd be more detail, and the mountain would be sharper if I got there in the morning and shot it.
Yeah, I don't mind it going down. It gives you that depth, like we were seeing in Wendell's images. So I don't think I mind that.
Okay.
Okay. Oops. What happened there? I guess I must have hit the corner that makes my screen slip. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's helping out. Back to adjustments, and we can even take the shadows and highlights down a little bit, and then full of the whites and the blacks. There you go. So now you got even more for you. The only thing I'm wondering though is you're all soft here, and all of a sudden you're sharp. So
Okay.
That's a good idea or not.
Okay.
So maybe we could just take this back a bit. There. Yeah. There you go. I think that could work. So here's where we were to begin with. Here's where we are now.
Oh, what a difference.
Yeah. Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah, I don't like that cloud on the right that's hanging down. So that's right in there. That kind of bugs me. I don't know. I'm going to have to redo that too.
Yeah. I suppose in Photoshop, you can grab this color and like
Yeah. I hadn't thought of that.
10% just kind of miss, paint over it.
Yeah, maybe smooth that out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lori, this is Neo, which is a Skylum program, And they do have.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have that because
I think
I bought the other one right before they upgraded to Neo.
Yeah.
I bought Luminar, and they said, because I bought it so soon, right before Neo came out. So, but they never sent me a link to upgrade it.
Call their support, and I don't think it's much to upgrade it. I would send them a support ticket because if I was starting from scratch and didn't know anything about any programs, this would be the one to get because it does so much for you.
Neo?
Easily, yeah. To do this in Photoshop would be much more difficult. So give that a try. Okay.
Thank you. I'll reach out to them.
Even AI wouldn't be bad, but Neo just has a lot more going for it because you can keep turning these on and off and getting new versions of them and stacking them onto each other and with masks, just using them in specific areas. Yeah, which is really nice. So it's kind of like
a mask. I'm not real familiar with masks, so that's why I'm like staring at the screen really close.
Yeah.
Try that.
I'm recording this, so you can go back and stop and repeat it. And but the mask is what really helps you. So if let's see, we go here to masking. If you get out a brush here, you can show the mask, so you can see the area that it's affecting. Yeah. So it's opposite of Photoshop, where it's red is where it's working, or in Photoshop that would be black, but where it's working in Photoshop would actually be the white areas. Or I'm sorry, the black would, it would be black. Using myself now. So that would help you out. So you've got this show here to toggle on and off, and I think there's also a hotkey for that. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, nope, that's not it either. Well, I guess they don't do it anymore.
That's okay. I forget the hotkey anyway.
All right, good enough. So that's where we're at now, and I don't know if vignette would help or not. I guess we can check it out a little bit. Yeah.
You know what's bothering me is this one kind of light spot. I'm pointing to it like you could see.
Yeah, right. I do that too.
Like, stop it. If you look at the church, straight on to the right, there's like a smoky area in the trees right next to the church, two of them.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. They kind of bother me because everything else in that particular configuration of trees is darker.
Yeah. It's this area coming through.
Just a little tiny bit because it's competing for my eye with the church.
I agree. So if we're just looking there.
Yeah, just those tiny little spots.
We just take highlights down and whites down, I think.
You don't want to take whites down. Now you lost your church.
Well, I'm just looking here.
Oh, okay.
We're going to mask it in.
Okay,
so now.
That's much better.
I'm going to get a brush. Yeah, we're just going to cheat this in a little bit.
Sure.
All right. Now that's probably too much. Maybe not.
No, maybe
not. Go back to adjustments here and let's see.
You could also clone trees into there.
Yeah,
I think that's too much work.
No, that's not that hard. Just
I know.
I think that's enough
just to do the adjustment. That's perfect.
Yeah, and maybe just take the measure up just there. There you go. Okay, nice. Good call. Yeah, I think the vignette helps too. It kind of gives you a little more drama in the sky, and it darkens this up even a little more. So
beautiful, beautiful photo.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I sent two more, but I don't know why. I guess maybe they didn't come through or something.
I guess not. You want to send them again, and I can.
I'll go look and see if I can find them real quick here.
You want to go next, Laurie, or should I go to Maureen and then come back?
Yeah, just move on, and I'll go check it out here and see.
Right. Yeah, Laurie, you want to go next?
Yeah, go ahead and do mine because then Maureen's will be better, and you won't leave on just. You won't leave on a negative note.
Too funny. Don't say that.
I think you did okay.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a yard decoration from across the street.
With the hailstones in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Look like ice cubes.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's a metal sculpture. So with like stones, colored stones around its neck. So I liked it.
And what kind of effect did you give it to give it that kind of?
Oh God, I took this so long ago. Let me see if I wrote it down. Mariachi. Oh, I only wrote it down with my camera. So it was my starter camera I took this with. So I have no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to tell you too much about it. Probably in Elements, because that's basically what I have, and like a pencil or something.
Okay.
Pencil.
okay.
Like a pencil effect or something. Yeah, that's nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like
Thanks.
that. I like the starkness of it too. It's fun.
And all the angles, I love diagonals, and there's lots of diagonals.
Yeah.
Thanks. I liked it in the high key type of thing. So
Yeah, that looks out nicely. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
This is Texas Ranger.
Really?
Oh,
And abstract of a Texas Ranger. Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like
Originally purple.
Did you shoot this in RAW?
I'm sure I did, because it was more recent.
Good.
I
Yeah.
started shooting in RAW like 3-4 years ago.
Okay, good. I would try and pull the highlights down and see if you can get a little more detail in those,
Yeah.
because they're really blowing out. And then maybe when you're doing these exposures, expose a little more for the highlights, and then bring up the shadows a little if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll help you keep that detail so it doesn't just blow out. Other than that, I like it.
I did this with my phone. I took it with my phone.
Okay.
So I probably used some an app like
Did you have an iPhone?
The one I use a lot on my phone is Photoshop Express, which I like a lot.
iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
Okay. On the iPhone, you can, I don't know which version you have, but you can choose RAW.
11.
Oh, good. Yeah, you can choose RAW and choose RAW.
I got to figure out how to do that because I don't know.
Yeah. Well, hang on.
I'll Google it and figure it out.
Yeah, I got mine right here. There's well, it says RAW on mine, just up on the top, but I can't remember how I got that. There's kind of like a data thing on the top where I don't know if you can see this.
I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
sometimes
I'm smart.
Shooting in RAW. And that would help out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's nice. Ooh, yes.
This is completely natural. Did nothing to this. Took it at Botanical Gardens in the spring. The only thing I did was add my name.
So you did this
because it was the first time I figured out how to do that.
Yeah. So this with a macro?
Let's see. It 24-105 I shot it with. So I was probably as tight as I could get.
And wide open?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Nice.
And this was with my most recent camera, 90D. So Canon. So, I set it on a, low. I can't remember the f-stop, but it was low.
Yeah, so a big one, like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that lens is probably like a 3.5 or 4 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, if you zoomed in, it might even be 4.5, Okay. That's very nice.
Yeah, this was the lens. we had a speaker at the camera club. I can't remember his name, who was very cute. And afterward, he's the one who, he brought all kinds of stuff, Canon bags and visors, and it was a few years ago. But I asked him afterwards, what would you choose as just a walk around lens? And oh, this was quite a while ago. And he said, this one, 24-105. So I made a note of it. And it took me like 3 years before I bought it. But I kept looking at it. I want to buy this. I want to buy this. So, yeah.
Works out nice.
The only thing I'd say is maybe a light vignette, even white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Might pull your eye more into that beautiful color.
That's a good idea.
It's kind of competing a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't remember if you can do a light vignette in Luminar or not. Let's see. I know you can in Topaz.
No, you can camera raw too.
Oh, that's true. Let's do that. See if it'll real. No. Oh, I did this thing again. No way. All right. Let's just take it into camera raw and do it there. Yeah. That's true. I forgot you can go the other way. Okay. So we go. I don't know. Do you do have camera on in
Yeah, I have it.
Elements, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do it there. Okay. I don't know if I get open. Why we're just not having fun here. There we go. Okay.
Under effects.
Effects, yeah, there it is. Okay. So we go this way. There you go.
Oh, that's
There
nice.
you go. Yeah.
And then you can
try it dark too.
smaller or bigger. And you can feather it. There, that's kind of nice. Maybe we can make it too.
Yeah, it's not competing so much with the background now.
There, that's kind of nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and you don't have to make it quite.
Thanks, Maureen. That was a good idea.
So, yeah, that works out real nice. So,
It's a beautiful photo.
before and after.
Thank you.
Yeah, just
Sometimes better to be lucky than good.
I think you're pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think you did all right on that. All right. Okay.
Ooh,
That's fun.
interesting.
This was what kind of cactus? I can't read my.
Is it a barrel?
That's because of my glasses. Torch cactus.
Mhm.
Nice. What was the original color?
Red.
Okay.
I just kind of darkened it up, and the raindrops were natural. I just scooted out there as soon as it stopped raining.
Nice.
Another phone photo.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. Again, just highlights. So yeah, try shooting raw. You'll be able to control that better.
Yeah.
I can pull it out.
Yeah. I could also. A lot of these. What I like to do is I like to transfer my computer, and then I have more control.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could even open if I can't figure out the raw on my phone, I could at least open it in raw, and you know, you don't have a lot of choices, but there's still a lot of things you could do with it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm doing that now. Let me just see if there's anything in the highlights. Yeah, I guess there's a fair amount. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Wow.
And again, you don't need to do it on all of them. So just put that back.
Yeah, it's just it.
Let's get our little filter.
Yeah, that's the
brush. See this auto mask.
Or something.
Yeah, with this auto mask feature with a brush, you could just brush it where you want it. Okay.
That's nice, because when you had all that kind of dull yellow, it looked too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just want to put it where you want it. But yeah, if you shoot raw, you'll have even more control. a little too far on that. So hit your option key and makes a negative and just get rid of that. There we go. Okay. So now we just hit the highlights. And it's just there. And they're getting kind of dirty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to go down to color temperature and make it warmer. And maybe you can make it a little redder too. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. And then you can play with your saturation. You know, that's probably too much. Maybe we'll just back it off a little bit. There.
Looks very, very, very realistic.
Yeah. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's this little guy right up here. That's for local masking. Okay.
Okay.
That is your friend. Play with that and see what happens.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Sure. Okay. Oh, fun.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Something different.
yeah.
I was in Tucson and this decrepit old bike was just like laying under a tree, and I just, thought, shoot it.
Really small gear for the front here.
Yeah.
It's a hill climber.
It was actually in the TMC parking lot.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like all the angles you got going.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thanks. I forget what that must be a pedal. That's a pedal down there on the right.
Oh, here.
Yeah. So
like the texture here.
yeah.
Here.
Again on my phone. So if I transferred this, I could get more detail in that texture, and maybe even a little bit more in parts of the chain.
Mhm.
But I kind of like it.
It's kind of cool.
Maybe too. All right. Thanks. That's a good start.
Thank you.
All right. So let's see. We got Maureen, Jen.
This is a gray hawk, 2 babies in a nest,
Uh-huh.
getting really close to fledging. Kind of doing that delicate balance
Yeah.
on the edge. And the parent wasn't too happy with us being there, but
Oh, I know.
stayed nearby on a telephone pole screaming at us, but didn't dive bomb us. We tried to be a distance away and not disturb her too much.
Yeah, when I was doing those hawks, I was getting dive bombed constantly until I stood perfectly still for about 5 minutes, and then they were fine. But oh boy, yeah, they get real concerned.
We sat down in chairs just to be
That's a good
smaller
idea.
profile.
Yeah. But just to show you're not advancing, I think they get the message real quick, which is nice.
Yeah, they were disturbed.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get them feeding the babies, but no luck on that.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty. And it's hard getting them too, because they really put them in the crotch of the trees.
Yeah, that tree's pretty tall.
Okay.
You'll think this is the same one I showed before, but it's actually a different shot.
Mm-hmm.
Same flower,
Yeah.
but a different shot.
New to me.
Yeah, I had shown a different one in another class that we had.
Nice.
Thank you. I did this as a square, thinking it just kind of felt like it should be, since it's so kind of vertical.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the horizontal shoot and the curve. I thought the square made it kind of a good venue for it.
Mm-hmm.
Maureen, is this the plant that's got all those things and it looks
Yes.
yeah,
It's called
okay.
the lady slipper cactus.
Okay.
And luckily in the storm, it had some damage, but not very much because it was on the east side of my courtyard. So it was kind of protected.
There's some of these on the Green Valley Hospital grounds. That's why I asked, because I've seen them. I didn't know what the heck they were.
Yeah, they might not be anymore. They got hit by
Well, I went
thunder.
out there next, maybe tomorrow. I'll shoot you. If you're in the, I think I'll send that photo of it from the hospital.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our place, everything got denuded, and then
me
the
too.
ground looked like a green carpet, and it was stuck to the walls and the windows and everywhere.
Me too.
Unbelievable.
Took paint right off of my parapet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hail was vertical.
Wow. Yep, it was quite a storm.
I like the subtle colors on that, Maureen.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, things, a lot of people think they got to have it bright and have it pop, you know.
No, I didn't punch it up very much.
No, and that was a good decision, I think.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I agree.
This is the caretaker's home at Empire Ranch.
Hmm.
And I just love those dead
Okay.
cottonwood trees behind it.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty neat.
So just real simple.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a nice sky, luckily. Didn't have to do a sky replacement.
That's weird. I keep looking at this because it's so sharp. I wonder if you ought to just blur the edges of it.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, this guy right here.
Oh, okay. I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that. That's an easy fix.
Yep. Yeah.
That's an easy fix.
Mhm.
And I like that the flag was kind of
Yep.
blowing out a little bit.
Nice.
A little bit of a breeze.
Yeah, works out. Let's take a look at this cowpoke.
This is one of the characters from Mescal set, the movie set
Ah, okay.
we talked to.
Sheriff.
He had a very colorful scarf.
Mhm.
And to me, it didn't match with the time period.
No.
So I took him into, I cropped it, then I took it into Topaz and I used this thing, something called peeling paint.
Oh, okay.
And it just dulled it enough to make it look more authentic, I thought.
Mhm.
And it did a really nice job on the vest. I like the color and the texture that it brought in on the vest.
Mm-hmm. I almost gave it like a tunic to the leather.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like
Which
when
kind of ages
the
it.
background too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it really faded the background. But I faded the background first.
Yeah.
Actually, this wasn't the background.
Oh, okay.
This was a photograph I took in the area. Behind him was like a tent and a vendor tent and stuff, and messy people. And so I took the background out. I put this one in and then I blurred it.
Nice. I just wonder if his face could use a little more snap, a little bit of contrast.
Yeah, that Topaz filter really whited him out quite a bit, but I kind of like that. It was kind of affected because his face was shadowed by the hat. I made him move the hat back a little bit, but it still was shaded. But you're right, he did lose a lot of his structure in his face.
Yeah. Okay, let's just paint it in real quick.
And I wish I had him take his glasses off. I took another one of him with glasses off, but this one I didn't.
All right, I'm going to use a negative here to clean this up a bit. All right, let's see what that does. So I'm going to first try clarity. Let's just see if that's going to help.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, it
Maybe-
brought back the shadow a little better too.
Yeah, just a hair of dehaze.
And you can see his beard nicer now.
Yeah. And maybe a little texture. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit because he's kind of rough looking.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then you can play with the whites and the blacks.
Mhm.
This. Maybe give them a
Are
little.
Yeah.
you in Neo now?
No, this is
Camera.
camera. In
Okay.
Photoshop. Yeah.
Okay. He looks more gritty, and I
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah, but I'm using just the mask. You can see the
Mhm.
area that's red.
Right.
And the mask in camera raw works like Neo, where it's red, it works. So that's nice. At least it's consistent there. Okay, so we turn this on and off. You can see the difference.
Very nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It just gives him an edgier look,
Yeah,
which is
just looked a little too.
yeah. I
ethereal.
had to do quite a bit of work on the hat. The hat got real light too.
Uh-huh.
I had to go back and darken it because I wanted it black.
Yeah.
The vest I was okay with
Mhm.
not being black, but the hat I thought had to be
Do you
black.
go directly into Topaz, or do you make a layer in Photoshop and take it over?
I take it over in a layer
Good.
always.
So you could have pulled some of it back from.
Yeah, I could have.
Yeah, that would have been the other way to go.
I kind of liked the effect originally, but then when you brought that out, I like this much better.
Yeah, I think so too.
It gives him a more of a personality. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, here it looks.
Thank you.
super-
Kind of wash out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not much, but it's enough to.
Yeah. Great idea. I will do that.
All righty.
Definitely. Another flower. This is a sunflower in my backyard.
Nice. I like this little green leaf.
I took some of them out at the bottom. I thought they were kind of disturbing,
Yeah.
but I left that one in.
Just
Yeah.
enough, yeah, for the asymmetry. Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. I think that's everybody.
Yeah, good session.
Yeah. So I didn't do a whole lot this week. I grabbed some stuff in the shot and then some old stuff, but let's take a look. This was the moon the other night. It was kind of peeking through the clouds.
Nice.
Yeah, it's with the 500 millimeter. And
Ooh.
there's a moth that landed, was flying around in the daytime under my porch. And I shot it and then I put it on a textured background. I thought that'd be kind of fun.
Nice.
But I had to shoot it at about, I think, 12,800. Yeah, I was like way in the shadow. So I took it into Topaz denoise and it did a real nice job of cleaning it up. It was just like super grainy.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks. I think it's just a sphinx moth, or I can't remember what.
Yeah, Sphinx.
Yeah.
No, that's not Sphinx.
It's not?
No. Sphinx is pink, has pink in it.
Ah.
I can't remember. No, and then I also added a little drop shadow just to
Mhm.
make it believable. Like it was sitting
Yeah.
there. So. And there's my,
Coopers.
one of my little juveniles.
Mhm.
And then he got hungry. Got himself a little
Cool.
meal.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
Good one. Is that in your backyard?
yeah, there's like
Nice.
3 of them hanging out. So,
Do you feed the birds?
no, I don't.
Oh.
And all the little birds are gone since they moved in.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one didn't get the telegram.
That's a great photo with the mouth open and
Yeah.
the feet on the prey. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really, really good.
I got more graphic ones, but I didn't think you guys wanted to see them.
Yeah, I have some too with blood in their mouths and stuff.
I got
A little gory.
intestines and God knows what else he wanted into, but yeah, he just eviscerated this poor thing. So this is
Oh, Yeah, I got that one too, but not
And-
quite as good as you did.
I just wish the telephone pole in the house wasn't
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always love the way the inside of the rainbow is lighter than the outside.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. But then there's all those kind of horizontal lines going across too.
Mhm.
These guys, you know, just natural.
Great.
And then this was in Milan. This is the name is a very famous statue because the guy he's skinned him. Somebody skinned him, and you're just seeing the muscle structure. And then he's wearing his skin as a robe.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Yeah, yeah. This is in the main Duomo in Milan.
It's kind of gruesome.
Yeah, it is. But the detail for a sculpture is just amazing.
I know. It when you think that somebody took
I mean,
stone,
it is the scalp, the ligaments, and the veins,
blood
and
vessels.
everything. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, let's see. This was in
Oh,
cemetery in Milan as well, on the north side of town.
Interesting.
And this was just one of the churches off the university there in Barcelona. Or no, Milan, I'm sorry.
Wow.
In the evening, that was
I love the contrast of all the arches with all your straight lines.
yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you've got the X's and the walkway. Wow.
Yeah.
Lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. With it, I had it with the towers too, but it was just too much.
Mm,
I cropped it down.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I shot this with my phone or my shade here. Just
nice.
show it information. Yeah, iPhone.
Oh, okay.
The iPhone's getting a star today.
Yeah, really.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
This
That's
is
really
the
nice.
thanks. This is the nun cloister in the back of a church in Milan. I just thought the ceiling was incredible.
Yeah.
With all the murals and then those rows and rows of seats.
I'd love to go to mass there. I really would.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. The bluish color, was that just the way it actually was? You didn't.
I think some of it was a shadow incidental light. Yeah. And then the murals were, I think this blue and these murals kind of, gets you leaning that way too. But yeah, but like up in here where you go into shadow, you got warm highlights and cool shadows going on. So I think it's just kind of natural, and you can even see it here on the wood.
Yeah.
Here too.
Yeah. Interesting effect.
Yeah. And this was in the cemetery again. I just like the way this light decided to weave itself into the ironwork.
Nice.
And
Oh.
a little graphic with some tagging on
Neat.
it. I think that's it. Yeah, no, here's another one.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's it. I haven't worked on the rest of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So Sandy, I resent those other two. I don't know if you got them.
Let me take a look. Let's see here. Yeah, looks like we got them all here. I don't know. Let me just take a quick peek here. Yeah, that's you.
Those are,
That's you. Is that the
yep,
two?
those are the other two, right?
All right, let's open those up.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, just there's a place called Hurricane Ridge, and it was obviously getting evening time, so a little snow still on the higher peaks there. I'm at about 4,000 feet at Hurricane Ridge. It's in the Olympic, yeah, I should tell you, it's on the Olympic Peninsula. So these are the Olympic Mountains.
Ah, okay.
Gorgeous. I like the hawk in there.
Yeah, you noticed that. Yeah,
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Get some closer shots as he came. Was he coming or going?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think he was going.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I really like the subtle detail.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Would you pump up the blacks a little bit on the back mountain? Or would that contrast with that kind of dreamy, hazy look?
I kind of like it hazy.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you pumped it up, it probably wouldn't look good. I like the hazy, yeah.
You get the contrast between the foreridge and the mountains, I think, by keeping it hazy. And I could put more blacks in the foreridge, I suppose.
Nah.
But maybe just a little more here, then you get depth. You got the sharp.
Yeah, I didn't, until you pointed to that, I didn't even see that, the forward. Yeah.
This right here, maybe just a little more. So it kind of goes 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that could work. Okay.
And last but least, some barnacles.
Oh, barnacle.
Barnacle bed.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen barnacles up close.
Yeah, those are kind of an unusual, less common barnacle. It's kind of an ocean barnacle. And I put a filter on expressions, kind of simplified it a little bit, darkened it down.
Yeah, these textures are wonderful.
Yeah.
These are different. Must kind of look like a volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
that's why I thought they were mussels.
Yeah, at first I did too. Yeah. Oh, unless they really crack those up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people eat them. I don't.
Eat them?
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, might be.